Welcome back. All right, three.
No, you can't start over. We're keeping it.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No edits.
Go.
Run that shit.
Welcome back. Basement Boy Reviews. I guess we're keeping it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Basement Boy Reviews. We're reviewing. What the fuck are we reviewing? Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell. Me and Brian went and saw Ghost in the Shell yesterday. A little matinee movie on a Friday afternoon. It was nice. That's 2 movies we've seen.
Sadly, we saw it at a movie theater with recliners.
Sadly, no.
So this
thank
time,
God, so I
Thor
didn't
didn't
have to
put
squirm.
his head on my shoulder like when we were watching the last movie.
And my back didn't kill.
Wow, that's
So,
true too.
You know, there's multiple benefits. It was great. Martin came with us. Unfortunately, he's not here to do the review with us. Yeah, it was.
You got a ball of steel wool. That's basically the same sort of thing.
Right. We got a actually new theater opening up in a couple weeks that's got heated recliners. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
Dude, my junk already gets too sweaty in those seats.
More information than I needed this evening. Oh, Thor, Brian. Summer movie season, man. We were talking about it on the main episode. It moves up fast, earlier and earlier. It's the 3rd movie that we've already reviewed this year. Wait. Power Rangers.
I wasn't a part of the first one.
Power Rangers. What was the first one? Logan. This one. We missed Kong. I loved Kong, but we're not here to talk about Kong. Ghost in the Shell. It's an anime, for those of you who don't know. An anime that I love, by the way, which should actually be like right here. Actually, where is that anime? I think it's up in my room. But that's neither here nor there. Based on an anime starring Scarlett Johansson, directed by somebody I can't remember. I'm going to say this starting out about the movie. You mind if I go first?
Yes,
Well,
of
thank
course.
sir.
You always do.
No, I don't. I always ask you what you think. Whatever.
Hurry up.
All right. So the world that they set it up in looked gorgeous. Like the New Tokyo or whatever they were calling it, which I don't remember what they even call it. I think it's just Tokyo. But whatever. Isn't it?
I don't even remember them saying.
Yeah, I don't think they said. But either way, the world they had set up looked gorgeous. It was a pretty dark world. It was different. But it was awesome. I mean, the visuals were stunning. The CGI was pretty flawless I'd say the most part.
There's a few
There's
times
a couple
where there's
parts.
It's almost impossible to
Right.
really make it not.
But
look.
I thought it was decent. Story, I'm gonna say this: very true to the anime, which actually was a good and a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think a little bit more deviation probably would have been a good idea. Now, they do explain in the movie though why they chose Scarlett Johansson for the movie. Realistically, you know what I mean?
No.
Well, why? Because they switched.
I mean, yeah, but that didn't explain it.
Spoilers, by the way. It kind of does.
They didn't say, "Oh, we switched to this girl."
Well, no. They don't. But if you read into it, it explains kind of why. Because people were mad why they cast Scarlett Johansson. And honestly, I'm going to say this: I didn't love her in the role. I didn't love her portrayal of it the whole time. I'm too distracted of Black Widow, and her fight choreography always looks the same. So
Honestly,
when she was fighting,
I thought she did. My favorite part is every time she walked.
Yeah.
she was very.
yeah,
like,
she had this. She did have a walk about her.
It was
different.
awesome.
That was different than Black Widow. But the fighting style, she runs on the wall, and like she does a lot of the same moves. I think that Black Widow does in this movie. I don't know. I like the movie a lot. Like I'm kind of making it sound like I'm bashing on the movie a little bit already, but I'm not. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit, especially being a fan of the original anime. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. There were some shots straight out of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talked about it in the parking lot afterwards, directly from the anime in this adaptation, and it was phenomenal. I think the director did a good job with like character development.
Right.
All the characters from the anime are pretty much there. The dude gets his robotic eyes, which he's in the comic or in the anime, he has them like right in the beginning of the film. They don't show that part, so that's kind of where some of the deviation parts. What did you like about it, or dislike about it, or what did you think of it?
Well, like I said, it stuck out to me a lot. Her walk.
Yeah.
She seemed very. I thought she did a pretty good job. I mean, she wasn't. I wouldn't say perfect, maybe, or like while she was doing it, I was like, oh, I can see why they picked her. But
Right.
I think she did a good job with the role. So, and she's got star power. That's just how it works.
She does, and I don't think she did a bad job. I just think somebody else could have probably done a better job. I didn't think her portrayal was awful. I think she did a fine, adequate job, but I was hoping for better than adequate, I guess. Maybe it's because my expectations were too high. Unlike
think
with
so.
Power Rangers, my expectations were lower. Although I really can't say I had super high expectations for this movie, but I mean, I do love classic animes getting made into live action. I think that's a real market. That's that's a rich. There's a lot of fruit on that tree. You know what I'm saying? And it's not as cookie cutter as a lot of things we see at this
Right,
point.
right.
That's why I like
think
the Akira news we talked about in episode
Right.
79, which go check out episode 79. But yeah, so
I think it's funny because I remember when we both came out and you said it was slow and I said
it was too fast.
it was too fast.
Well, that's
But I think I
the best
enjoyed
part.
it. Maybe
I almost
maybe
fell asleep twice.
Right.
But that's the great part of the movie though, because I thought the beginning part was really fast. Then I thought it got slow. Then I got really quick at the end again.
See, I just felt like the whole thing kind of.
I felt like Act 2 was a little bit slower than 1 and 3. 1 and 3 I think were really quickly paced. I think Act 2 was paced a little bit slower. It was more of the character development part though,
Right.
which I really enjoyed. I was just fighting being tired from, the day before, and there was a lot of things going on this week but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Like I didn't walk out disappointed. I didn't walk out over the moon skipping and whistling and like when I get really happy.
I don't think I've ever seen you
Exactly.
skipping and whistling.
Because nothing ever makes me really happy.
Maybe it's me.
I have a black heart. No, it is you, by the way. No, it's not. What were we saying? Yeah, so it was not middle of the road, but I had a good time with it. It was
I think I'd
it was a
almost
good March movie.
for sure say I'll watch it again.
Oh, definitely. I'll buy it. I'm gonna own it. Like I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray and stuff like that because I still buy Blu-rays. I still like physical copies. I don't like my stuff just downloaded. I can't do it. I don't know. Something about it. It's not real unless I'm like holding it in my hand. That's why I bought Fantastic Beasts this week. So what are we gonna give it? 3.5.
You didn't even mention the old Japanese dude that was like your favorite.
The old Japanese dude was a baller. That dude was dope.
I love when he
can't
pulled out
remember
his friggin'
name.
gun and it had
Yeah.
like the leather. It was.
Yeah, it had the leather holster and it was all
Sick,
embroidered,
yeah.
sick looking. He had the 6-shooter. He was ruthless. That dude was dope. He was very similar to the guy in the not comics. God damn it, man, the anime. It's late. It's like 1:30 on April 1st.
Don't forget to hit the comment in the comic book sections.
You're not gonna let that one die,
No,
are you?
never.
I did.
Well,
okay,
and you're doing it
You know
now,
what?
too.
I'm not gonna admit this. Oh, fuck, I'll admit this here. I didn't admit it on the episode, but I'll tell you this now. I did listen back, and I did say in the comic book section. I totally did say the comic book section. I said it. I can admit that. Fuck it. I don't even care. So just comment in the comic book section. Fuck it. But yeah. So what are we gonna give it? Like I said, I think I'm giving it 3.5. I'm trying to think of something to use as a whatever. 3.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it four invisible naked robot girls out of
There
5.
we go. Damn it. Why didn't I think of invisible naked robot girls? Did you say 4 out of 5?
But I do want to add a caveat. I thought about Power Rangers a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think I do have a couple more problems with it now, thinking about it and digesting it, than I originally mentioned. So I don't. Well, I think I would lower the score.
Are you trying to readjust your score on Power Rangers?
Well, because I want
this motherfucker.
Because I think I like these movies for different reasons, but I don't want people to go back and be like, "Wow, he liked Power Rangers more than he liked Ghost in the Shell."
Right. I think you were drunk off Power Rangers high that day, and you just shot from the hip. Didn't you give it a 5?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, and I said at the time, whatever. All right, so yeah, watch the videos. Episode 79, WrestleMania, all that stuff. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the comic book section, all that good stuff. Until the next video, deuces.